Derp, derp, derpity, derp, 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 derpity, poof! Bop it up, bop, 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 bop!
What's up, guys? Shieldlesscap here. Welcome you to my new top 10 video. Yeah, I finally got around to making a little animation for it. Yay! So anyway, if you didn't know, I am a huge Nintendo fan. I don't have that many games on my consoles, but the ones that I do have, I really enjoy, and I'm really looking forward to Pokemon Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Smash Bros, both versions, Hyrule Warriors, heck, even both versions of Sonic Boom, which, now that they've talked more about the beat-em-up parts, most people aren't that excited for it. But, anyway, subject. Nintendo has made 17 consoles, if you count the Game & Watch Collection, 16 if you don't count the Game & Watch Collection, but despite this, they haven't made that. They've made more than 17 consoles, but their main consoles, they have 17 of. They have, like, their color TV game system before the NES, I guess technically counts. And I'm just talking about stuff like the Game Boy Pocket, the, DS Lite, which I actually used to have until I got my 3DS, and then I gave my DS Lite to my cousin. Anyway, you know, the one who showed up in one of the Minecraft videos. You might get that reference. I have no idea what that was. Anyway, but out of 17, despite there's only 17, it is really hard to rank my top 5 Nintendo consoles, or even, heck, let alone my top 10 Nintendo consoles, because they're all so amazing. But, well then, let's just get started on my top 10 Nintendo consoles before I get into a huge rant about something. I don't know. Shieldlesscap here, and this is my top 10 Nintendo consoles. What, you expect me to put text in there? Oh, I'm too lazy to do that. I still have to edit I still have to edit a video from Operation Blarb.
Number 5.
The Nintendo Wii U. Yes, this is actually at number 5. I really liked the Wii U. When it came out, I was unbelievably excited for it. When I first saw the ads, I only noticed the gamepad, so I didn't realize it was a full console, and I actually thought it was literally a portable version of the Wii. But the Wii U is an amazing console. It's only at number 5, namely because it still hasn't come out with that many games yet, and it has not been doing so great due to the PS4 and Xbox One, and that is mainly because of the copyright strikes. For anyone who uploads like a copyrighted Wii U video, well, some kinds, not all kinds, then half the time they will take down your video, and most people have been too afraid to upload videos because of that. It's weird. I really don't see why they're doing it, but for now I am safe. For one sole reason. They can't sue me! Ha! I'm underage! Don't ask me what the heck that was. Anyway, the Wii U was a great console, and some of the really amazing games that were on this console were New Super Mario Bros. U and Luigi U. I actually really enjoyed. Wind Waker HD was a remake of one of the best Zelda games ever. Not the best Zelda game, but one of the best Zelda games, and the features that it adds makes it really good. Cel-shaded graphics, people don't like them, but for crying out loud, have you seen how amazing they look? Fun fact, the shader that they used made Wind Waker look better than Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword HD is less powerful than Wind Waker HD. That is really random. So anyway, the Wii U also had Sonic Lost World. Again, most people didn't like it, but I really liked it. And Mario Kart 8 is one of the best looking games of all time. I mean, for crying out loud, just go watch a video of Mario Kart 8. I can't record my Wii U, so I'm not going to try, but go watch a video of Mario Kart 8 right now. Actually, finish watching this video, like, comment, and subscribe, then go and watch a Mario Kart 8 video. And I'm also really excited for Smash Bros. 4, obviously, who isn't, and Hyrule Warriors. Sonic Boom, I actually am pretty confident is going to be pretty good. So, yeah, the Wii U rules, and it's a really great console. Yeah, it's awesome. This is my Wii U gamepad. It's a really great console. It's a really awesome trigger button. It feels really comfortable, as you can see. The control sticks are really smooth, and none of the buttons feel really out of place besides power TV control, and that's it, really. But then again, oh, and the sync button. You have to, like, use the stylus to press it. I lost my stylus, but granted, it was after I connected this to my Wii U, so no big deal. No big deal. I honestly have no idea why I decided to put this section of the video in. Nailed it. Let's move on to number 4 before I get really, really off topic. So, yeah.
Number 4.
The Nintendo 64. Yes, the Nintendo 64 is one of the best consoles ever. It revolutionized gaming so really quickly, well, around like a year after the PlayStation did with their disc drives. And a lot of people say that the PlayStation was the first console, but it wasn't. It was the Famicom disk drive add-on. So technically the first disk drive console was made by Nintendo, so I have no idea. Useless fact of the day, N64 was a really, really great console. It revolutionized the console that revolutionized gaming. It revolutionized everything after the NES. Like, the NES revolutionized gaming with side-scrollers, and then the N64 created some really great 3D platformers where Sony failed, being that they were way too linear, like Crash Bandicoot. I don't have any footage for that since I don't actually have a PlayStation, which is why it's not on this list, and because it's not a Nintendo console, but whatever. N64 is really great. Some really great games on this console, and they all moved on to create incredible franchises. Super Mario 64 gave rise to my second favorite video game ever, which I'm going to mention later up on this list. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, again, really great game. One of my favorite Zelda games, despite the fact that, yes, it, you did have to, like, talk to people to be able to explore, but you still could explore the side quests, so. Egoraptor, you can explore some of it, and it's just, you don't have to explore the main parts. And, to be honest, it was really hard to find most of the temples in Legend of Zelda, so. If you want me to, so I kind of like Ocarina of Time better than the original. I'm not trying to be biased towards Ocarina of Time, but it's a really good console. I mean, game. It also had, Star Fox 64, a really great game that I actually have. It had Super Smash Brothers, which gave rise to Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Again, one of my favorite games ever. Not my second, or undoubtedly not my first. My first, you are going to see way later on this list, aka number 3. And, yeah, the N64 is a really great console. I don't have one, but I have played one, and it's really great. So, yeah, it is a really great console. Those were undoubtedly not the only games on it that were really awesome. But, hey, the N64 is a great console, so let's move on to number 3 before I get into a mini rant about the N64. What the heck is wrong with my... I'm accidentally dragging my phone around. Yeah, let's just move on before I do something else with my frame. And, let's get started. So, yeah. Let's move on to number 3. Alright, so, I don't have any clips for the N64 because, like I said earlier, I don't have an N64, so, let's just move on.
Number 3.
The Nintendo GameCube. The GameCube is one of my favorite consoles ever. It is mostly my favorite because of the games. It was Nintendo's first disc-based console, and since they used mini discs, it kind of sucked. I mean, the mini discs were very overrated, but they couldn't hold as much memory, which is why they were sort of a generation behind. It seems like ever since the N64, they've been a generation behind on something. For the N64, it was disc-based things. For the GameCube, it was memory, even though, granted, it did have the memory cards, but so did the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And for the Wii, it was graphics. For the Wii U, it was a screen recorder, YouTube compatibility, and yeah. So anyway, the GameCube, really great console. It's mostly a really great console because of it can play some of my favorite games, including my favorite game ever, Sonic Adventure 2. It can play Wind Waker, which I mentioned earlier as one of the Wii U games that it can play. It can play Super Mario Sunshine, was a pretty good game. If you want to put Sonic Heroes on there, then go for it. I'm not going to put it on there. And granted, I'm not going to put any stuff on the screen. I'm just leaving a blank picture of a GameCube while talking about it. It can play Zelda Twilight Princess. And yeah, again, it can play my favorite game ever at all, which is Sonic Adventure 2. This is a cool picture that I found. But, yeah, the GameCube is a really great console. And, again, Sonic Adventure 2 brought it all the way up to number 3. But, sadly, it is not as good as the next two consoles. Once again, I do not own a GameCube, but I can play GameCube games. So, yeah, let's move on to number 2, because this is it. So, yeah, the GameCube is number 3 on my list. So, let's move on to number 2.
Number 2.
The Nintendo 3DS is my second favorite video game console ever. It's the only portable that is worthy of this list, so number 1 isn't going to be like the Game Boy or the NES, but yeah, the Nintendo 3DS is an extremely amazing console. When I first heard about it, like, I was at a GameStop trying to get some kind of DS game. I forget what it was. But like the guy there told me that they were thinking of making some kind of thing called a 3DS. I was like, what the heck? Cool. And then I got it in Christmas of 2011. So it was pretty great. It's pretty great. It is an amazing console. And it can play some of my favorite games ever. It can play Super Mario 3D Land, which was a really great 3D console. It can play Sonic Generations, which is extremely underrated. Yes, it is inferior to the Nintendo, or to the Microsoft, Sony, and PC versions of Generations, but still, it's pretty great. It's a not console. It's a pretty good game. So yeah, go buy it. It can also play Animal Crossing New Leaf, a really great game. Pokemon X and Y. Both of them are extremely amazing freaking games. I have Pokemon X. I'm really excited for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I might pre-order it later. But yeah, 3DS is really great console. Mario Kart 7 is also really great, and it can play Ocarina of Time and Star Fox 64 3Ds. So yeah, 3DS is a really amazing console. But one thing that I heard is that they're going to try making a 3DS Wii U hybrid, like a 3DS that can play Wii U games. Because Nintendo practically owns the portable console market, and being the fact that the Wii U is kind of failing right now, they're thinking of like making the alternative to that by like fusing the Wii U and 3DS, which will give people a reason to get the 3DS, and like the Wii U. Apparently they're gonna call it like the Nintendo Fusion. That might just be a project name, but whatever. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This is my Nintendo 3DS. It's really great. It's been holding up over the years. The Y button has some scratches on it if you look really closely. Like, alright, it's not gonna work. The R button though is broken, so yeah, I'm gonna get that sent to Nintendo to get it fixed. There's a copy of Super Mario 3D Land, and then I have 2 SD cards. One of them I have Animal Crossing New Leaf and Pokemon X, and one of them I have some Virtual Console games. New Super Mario Bros. 2. It's in the corner. New Super Mario Bros. 2. It's up there. And yeah, New Super Mario Bros. 2, really great game. It also has some Virtual Console games. Like, there's this really cool game that I got. It's not a Virtual Console game, released in like 2012. Gunman Clive, a really cool platformer. But then there's also this. This has nothing to do with the 3DS, but I figured I'd mention it now since this is also a portal. It's like a Diamond and Pearl Pokédex, and it has the weirdest D-pad ever. But it actually supplied the music for my top 10 and 5. Let's move on.
Number 1.
With an intro like that, you knew that this console had to be good. The Nintendo Wii is my favorite Nintendo console ever. In fact, it's my favorite freaking video game console ever. It is so freaking awesome. It is awesome because, you know, it's even better than the GameCube. Like, the GameCube would have been at number 1 if it weren't for one sheer fact. The Wii can play GameCube games. Because of that, anything that was awesome about the GameCube is present in the Wii, including the ability to play GameCube games with memory card, and with memory cards and GameCube controllers. And it had some phenomenal games, some of the best video games of all time. For example, both Mario Galaxies, freaking Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. Did you even know that the Wii version existed? It's really great, and I really liked it. It is inferior to the 360 version in theory, pun intended. But I like the 360. No, I like the Wii version better than the 360 version. Like, I've seen the 360 version, and I think the Wii version is better. It had freaking Smash Bros. Brawl. Mario Kart Wii, I didn't really like that much, but still, and the thing is, it can play almost all of these games. It's all the games mentioned. It can play NES games, it can play SNES games, it can play N64 games, it can play freaking Genesis Master System Neo Geo arcade games. Yeah, it's a really amazing console. Again, it doesn't have the extremely one of the most comfortable controllers ever, like the GameCube, but the Wii remote are really good. Motion controls are very much the way of the future if executed right. Super Mario Galaxy 2, by the way, is one of my favorite games ever. And by the way, I haven't even started on the hidden gems. Most third-party developers made inferior versions for Wii games, as you can tell with Sonic Unleashed, and yeah, but here's the thing. There are some really great hidden gems. It's hard to come across a good movie license game, but the Wii has one of the best movie license games ever, and I'll show you that in a sec. But yeah, the Wii is the best video game console ever, in my opinion. Alright, so here are the things that I'm showing off of the Wii. I'm going to show off my 2 Wii remotes that I have. No idea what game is on right now. I'll go check that in a second, but yeah, it's clearly something that P2 can't do, so yeah, these are my 2 Wii remotes. I still use them for Wii U games. They bring back so much nostalgia, as the Wii was actually my first video game console ever. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier was the fact that Donkey Kong Country Returns and Skylanders Giants are also really great games. Here's the classic controller. Funny, while Microsoft and Sony were trying desperately to copy Nintendo's motion controls, Nintendo was doing exactly the opposite. They were trying to get as classic as possible. Feels really good too. The D-pad feels like it has too much push, but other than that, it's really great. I always play for Star Fox 64. And now, a good movie license game is this one, Planet 51, the video game. I might actually do a Let's Play of this because, believe me when I say that this is undoubtedly one of, if not the best movie license game ever. And trust me on this one, okay? I'll do a Let's Play of it after I do Mario 64 and another Let's Play after that. Then I'll do Planet 51 the game. So, yeah. Wii's my favorite console ever. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, then check out some of my other videos. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to comment. I swear, if you don't comment, then I will do something. I have no idea what the heck that was. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Again, what do you think my next top 10 video should be? Should it be... I'm not gonna do it. Just tell me what my next top 10 video should be.